Oh, damn.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, J4real Dude. And I'm here with OGG on XYZ.
That's the word on the street, man. That's it.
What's the word on the street, man?
OGG on the
what?
street.
OGG on what?
On XYZ.
On the
XYZ Sportstakes.
The
All right, man.
XYZ.
We're going to have a short one today because we got a big one coming up in a couple weeks. We're going to be talking NFL draft a lot as we lead up to it.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows the three major sports in America, right? I want to make sure everybody knows the three major sports in America.
Sam, go ahead.
Football. Basketball. And the NFL draft.
In the NFL draft.
I'll take the NFL draft. Man. If you want to go top five, you go NFL, college football, NBA, college basketball, then the NFL draft.
Pro sports?
If I knew the Steelers weren't retarded, I'd love to go to Pittsburgh and watch the draft, but I just don't have any confidence in that organization right now.
Man,
they don't take my calls. They don't take my texts.
So why don't you just go there and tell them in person?
I need to. Well, I think they banned me. I think they have security. They have a picture of me.
You need me to go for you?
Maybe.
Hey man, I do it. I got you, bro. But should we start off? I feel like we need to start off with the elephant in the room, man. I guess there's two of them.
The LE font?
And I guess the viewers are looking at them. Yes, we are the elephants
in the room.
Yes,
man.
We always get on y'all for when we're right, so it's only right for us to admit
that he's wrong. I'll be more than happy to admit that he is wrong.
You're wrong too, bro. We both were wrong about both women's and men's, man. Man. Michigan won it.
Yes.
And not only that, and then UCLA won it.
I did not see that.
UCLA was probably the last team.
I honestly thought South Carolina was going to ball out. I thought their athleticism. They did to Connecticut what I thought they would do. But then I thought Texas was going to be right there. They were playing so well. Now, to be fair, maybe I jinxed Texas. And if I did, I'm glad. Because I'm always happy when a Texas team loses. The only team in Texas I really love is the Spurs. I love the Spurs. And the UTSA Roadrunners. I got to give my love.
Birds up!
Roadrunners.
Yeah.
But the Longhorns and the Cowboys, I am the president, vice president, chief operating officer, everything of the haters clubs of those teams. I've hated them for 25 years.
The Cowboys
I've hated for like 50 years since I was a kid. I became a Steelers fan in the 70s when it was Bradshaw, Lambert, Franco, Lynn Swann, Mean Joe Green, Mel Blount, Donnie Shell, Jack Ham, Mike Webster,
okay,
I keep going on and on, man. It's all
bro,
up here.
You're reminiscing about the old times.
Old times, man.
Why are we reminiscing about the old times, man?
Anyway, so hats off. Not my hat, because we don't want to do that. Hats off to UCLA.
Wow.
They killed it.
Yeah, they did.
They
did. I mean,
I sat and watched. I watched the whole game. I watched start to finish, and UCLA was on them from the get-go, and they had no answer.
But I'm not gonna lie, the UCLA Texas game was probably one of the hardest games of basketball I've probably watched in a while.
As in ugly, but the UCLA South Carolina game was really nice. And UCLA, when I say nice,
what was going on with UT though, man?
I think they got in their head that they thought they were about to walk in. I think they probably saw the podcast, thought old head Unk got our back. He don't even like UT.
OGG.
I think they got full of it. They thought if he has faith in us,
we gotta win. Yeah,
we're it.
We gotta be favorites.
So I probably I probably ruined it for him, gave him too much confidence. I thought if that hater likes us, we must be, well, I was about to say him, but her, right? We must be her.
Yeah, bro.
And they weren't.
They weren't.
The Bruins, man.
Yeah, and then just UConn losing, man. I wasn't.
It didn't shock me, man. South Carolina. That's.
But the way they completely got outplayed. You saw their coach. You saw how.
Yeah.
What you think about that? You saw how UConn's coach reacted.
That was actually kind of funny. So. I mean, I get it. He's toward the end of his career. I think I don't know if he's got like a number in mind of championships he wants to get. He's got 12, so he's at a nice number at a dozen. So I
don't know why you would want to go 13. Doesn't sound as good as like even though it's more 12 just kind of
12's like a nice number, but nobody that has won that much ever wants to lose. And when you haven't lost 53 games, 52 games, whatever, 55 maybe I guess by the time that whatever number he'd been at, it was in the mid 50s. They hadn't lost a game in 50 some, and you expect to win.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think part of the frustration was, I think sometimes you can accept losing if the game was close. You're like, man, we made a couple key mistakes, but I think he just saw they just got beat,
outplayed. He was getting outcoached. He got outcoached and outplayed.
He did, but just like UCLA. UCLA played
outcoached and outplayed.
UCLA played physically inside the way you would have thought UConn did. Because South Carolina wasn't a big physical team. There's some bigger girls on UConn.
Yeah. And
they just didn't seem to want to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
UCLA, man, they didn't care. They were bodying up. Like South Carolina was bodying up on UConn, but UCLA brought a whole nother level.
Man, and they were just.
It was a fun. I ain't gonna lie. It was a fun game to watch. I'd blown every other part of the Final Four. I'd blown all my picks in the men's bracket were awful. So at that point, I could just sit back and watch the game and say it doesn't matter. Nobody I pick's winning this. It doesn't. It's over. Just enjoy the game for what it is. Same thing. We can roll into Michigan. Yeah, Michigan when it was the same thing.
Shout out Evan, man. He got to see the football team and the basketball team win a championship.
But I hated Michigan winning for one reason.
Why? Oh, actually, I agree with this.
Do you know where I'm going?
The whole starting five was all transfer portals.
Yeah.
But it was kind of cool seeing because some of the guys were underdogs and were undervalued.
They're underdogs, but
they were undervalued by their team.
Yeah, but
at least it wasn't like most of them weren't there for money grabs. Most of them there were looking for like a second chance. So, but it was like it is crazy that like the whole team that was their first year together. All the starters came from a transfer portal from somewhere else, and they won a championship in that year. That's
underdogs.
The future of basketball, though.
It is the future. They got
money talks, bullshit walks.
They got to fix it because 20 years from now, those same guys, nobody's going to talk about that Michigan. Players are not going to be talked about the same way they were talked about 30 years ago. To this day, when you hear me talk about it, I talk about when I first became a basketball fan because of Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Mm-hmm. But I really got enamored with Michael Jordan at Carolina. I really got it. And then I wasn't a fan of them, of their teams individually, but the players and the rosters. UNLV back in the 90s. And I didn't even like Michigan, but the Fab Five, to this day, the Fab Five is one of the greatest things to happen in all of sports.
Yeah.
In all of sports.
Like sports,
the cultural shift of what they did.
Right.
But what they did, but I think a lot of people forget what UNLV with Larry Johnson and the coach Tarkanian, the cultural shift, the impact that they had. If you want to talk about social media, if that would have been around in the 90s with the Fab Five, I mean, they were rock stars in the 90s before that existed.
Yeah.
I mean, Tarkanian was nuts. Social media would have loved that dude.
Social media wouldn't, yeah.
They would have either loved him or hated him. Like, they would have been all over.
It had to depend on the time of social media, huh?
Yeah. But they
post or pre-COVID.
Yeah. So anyway, March Madness was mad.
It was.
It was madness.
It was madness.
It was madness. It's what you expect. It's what you want.
So it was a good March Madness overall for both the women's and the men's.
Nebraska won 2 games in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah,
we'd never won a game before.
And I bet you're happy. the last AP polls that came out for the season in Nebraska, even though they lost, were ranked above Iowa.
That makes me happy. That's all that matters. Kudos to Nebraska on that.
I think they were in top. It was either top 10 or top 15. But,
probably 15.
But they were. Yeah, I think they were top 15. I think they were 13th, and Iowa was 14th.
Good. Kudos to that.
So
No Big
cheers
Red.
that. Cheers that.
There's my guy. Right
Go Big Ray. You know what I'm saying?
all right. Let's get on and bag on some NBA teams right now.
Okay.
I hate the Lakers. I've always hated the Lakers since the 80s, but I hate to see them go out this way.
Man.
I wanted to see a healthy Luka, a healthy LeBron, and a healthy Tyler Hero knockoff. I mean, Austin Reeves. What? You cringed when I said that.
You said a Tyler Hero knockoff?
Yeah, that's what he is, right? He's like 2.0. Maybe he's better. We'll see. We'll see how many years he strings together. He's a nice shooter. I just got a bag on. If he was on a different team, I wouldn't be hating on him so much.
Yeah.
But you got. I dislike the Lakers, even though Magic was a great player. I was a Laker hater. The only time, like briefly, I could tolerate him was with Kobe and Shaq.
Oh yeah.
That I could tolerate him because I like those guys.
You can't tolerate you can't tolerate LeBron?
Nah.
You know why you like LeBron? You can't tolerate Luka and LeBron?
No.
You don't like Luka?
It's the Lakers. You got to be exceptional to my liking to be a Laker and have me like you.
Is Luka not like close?
Nah, no. He
No?
flops too much. It gets on my nerves. He's Euro LeBron, man.
What?
He's Euro LeBron with all that flopping and whining.
You can't lie. He's still a dog
Okay.
scoring.
He's still a dog scoring, but I don't mess with all the flopping, man.
You just like
That ain't my
you
vibe.
like a Stephon Castle just.
Ooh,
Look,
man.
hey, yo.
Castle is my dog. That dude, right? I'm telling you, he's gonna be all NBA in a couple years.
Maybe next year.
I think it's gonna
Nah,
take.
I'm
I
just
think
kidding.
it's gonna take them. People are appreciating it, but I think it's gonna take a Spurs championship, and for him to show out in a. Couple, I think it's gonna take a championship with him in a couple of games where Wemby isn't overly dominant in those games, and where Castle runs off one of those a 30-point triple double.
The thing is, you're saying when this could literally happen in this playoffs.
Oh, it could. No.
It could happen.
It could.
It could happen in this playoffs.
Man, the fact of what the Spurs did in a short period
And
of time.
you kept throughout the whole season. You were like, they're not ready. It's not time. They can't. And I was like, bro, they're going. Look at them. Look at the Spurs. Just watch the Spurs. See what they're doing. They can literally win the championship this year. And guess what?
What?
They
What?
can.
They can.
Now the season is ending. What is your takes? I mean, the beginning of the season, you were seeing them as like. I mean, actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna retract what I said. I was wrong in the beginning of the season.
Yes.
I did say
45 wins is what you predicted.
Yeah, I did say that.
I said well over 50. I said over 50, and you
And
thought
I
I was
laughed.
crazy, and you laughed at me.
But
But
before even All-Star break happened, what did I say about the Spurs?
that they had played in San Antonio.
That after they had beat OKC those times,
Yes.
they just because and everybody was saying, "Oh, this player wasn't healthy, that player wasn't healthy," like it doesn't translate to playoffs. Playoffs are about to happen. We're about to actually put that to the test. But throughout what I've seen, even when they haven't played OKC, playing other teams post All-Star break, you can't tell me that this team doesn't have a shot at the championship.
They're 28-3 over the last 31 games.
Yeah, they haven't been like that since what 2017?
Never. I mean, if you
No.
if you,
I think the last team was when Kawhi and
the Kawhi team that
Yeah.
was like 60 something wins, 65,
yeah,
67.
that was when they had. I think I just saw that lineup the other day. That was when they had Parker, Danny Green, Kawhi.
They had a 60
LaMarcus
win.
Aldridge,
They had a 60 win
Pau
team,
Gasol.
and then a team a few years before that. I think that was 67.
Yeah, that was when that was
that's
post.
further back.
I think that was post.
Well,
I don't think that was post Tim Duncan.
yeah, but then they had like a 67 win game season, I think, with Duncan.
But like, yeah,
This team could win high 60s next year.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
after what they did, because they were a good team before that. Before they beat OKC.
they're gonna be the OKC in the Spurs are gonna probably be like this throughout the years.
Oh yeah,
like going from first and second. It'll probably,
the one thing I think OKC has above the Spurs, they have a few more picks.
I think I think there's only one thing that dictates them. That's health.
Health, yeah. If Wemby stays healthy,
whoever is the team that's healthier is gonna win. If they're both healthy, it's up in the air. It is.
I say this year, if OKC's healthy,
if they're both healthy, I'm still taking it being up in the air.
I'd say
you can't tell me that healthy that there's no vision that you see the.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like 47, 53, 53%, 47 Spurs. I still give respect to the champion, but the unknown for me is just how crazy is Wemby going to be on round 2 and 4. I think they'll pace themselves in the first round, but I think once they hit the second round, I'll be curious.
Seeing Wemby off minutes restriction.
See him in a game
playing like high 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like 30, like 35.
The biggest key is that the coach, and I said it a couple weeks ago, he's got to figure out the hot hand. We lost to Denver, and Keldon Johnson, Keldon and De'Aaron Fox were playing awful.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, the coach has to understand, even though those are two veterans, Dylan Harper was balling out. At a certain point, he has to understand his team is so deep after 3 quarters or so, and if you have a tight game, look at the stat sheet. Look at what's been happening. Who's playing well.
Exactly.
Who's got the hot... Of course, Wemby and Castle ain't coming out. Those two. No disrespect to De'Aaron Fox. But right now, the two guys that ain't coming off the floor, regardless, are Wemby and Castle.
Yeah, I mean, I think Wemby's established Castle being his guy.
Yeah, and Castle's defense and energy.
I think you can kind of feel that energy.
And he's the best playmaker on the team.
I think everybody kind of knows that De'Aaron's not staying. Like, I don't think...
I love having De'Aaron because when he's on...
I don't think they expected, not even just Harper to be this good, but I don't think they expected Carter Bryant to be this, like... When they got Carter Bryant, they expected Carter Bryant to be a project.
Like 3 years from now. His third year, he'd start developing.
But every player they brought in is just plugged right in.
I didn't realize at one point, so I saw an interview with Carter Bryant. I didn't realize at some point in high school that he was the number 4 prospect in his class. He had kind of dropped a bit. He didn't play at Arizona. I didn't realize he was that high, that he'd played some games, and you know how they're in AAU. He'd played with Harper, so all those guys know each other going back, right?
Crazy.
And he was like playing with them together, because he even threw out. He said the same thing, like for all the hype over. He's like, if Dylan Harper was playing on an awful team right now, and playing 36 minutes a game, he would be in the conversation for Rookie of the Year with the way he's playing. He's hitting the 3 now. He started off the year worrying me because he was shooting like 23% from 3. I was like, man, we can't do that. But now he's found his rhythm. I don't know if I've ever seen a young player other than like some of these Euro guys like Luka that came in
that
get to the rim so easy.
Yeah,
you know, he doesn't do it. He does it in that same kind of fashion.
Yeah, he gets there like he's a vet.
Yes, he gets there like
it's like no fear.
Yes, like but he makes it look so easy. He doesn't look like a lot of American. So him and Castle are great at getting to the rim, but in 2 totally different
ways.
Yeah. Although Castle had a move the other night, man. I wish I'd have saved it.
Harper's more like quick and shifty to get into it, and I feel like Castle's just more like aggressive and like
he's more like Russ.
Contact. Like he's looking for that contact. He's not flopping for the contact. No, he's
playing through it. The reason I like him is you know how much I love Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Was never a fan of the teams he was on. They were not my teams.
Yeah.
But I can love a style of play. And Russ, man, Russ is always for me a dude I love.
He's so underrated. His
energy, his effort. I'll always love a player that gives energy, effort, and I like attitude. I love a guy that just goes in and he'll go to the middle of the lane and does not give a damn. And Castle gives off that vibe for me.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about, we'll be hitting that very soon, the play-on of your Golden State Warriors.
Bro said another day, another Embiid injury. Another day, another Embiid injury. And you know what the thing was? The Sixers were actually looking pretty good. Because where are the Sixers at right now? Are they in the play-in, or did they clinch a spot?
It keeps bouncing around. Let's take a look at it right now. So
yeah, they were playing.
They're in the play-in.
They weren't playing like a playing team, like how they were all balling.
So it's still really close with Atlanta. I mean, a lot can change in a couple of games. They only have a couple of games, but I was hoping Atlanta would fall out and drop to number 7 and somehow lose a game or two. Yeah. But I don't think that's happening. I don't think Miami, Bam Adebayo had his one like claim to fame, man.
Bam.
What?
Bam. Hey, they got the play-in though, man.
They're noticeably the worst team in that play-in. I'll take Charlotte.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take Orlando though, man.
What happened to Orlando, man? They were my season. They were my sleeper.
Everybody was like on
they were my sleeper, bro.
The Knicks right now. What are they? 7-3. They're.
Nah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The Knicks don't move the needle for me.
Yeah.
But
I think it comes down to who wins in the West.
I
don't see anybody in the East.
I think the Warriors. I think. Who would we play? Would we play the Suns or would we play Portland?
No, Phoenix.
We'd have to beat.
You play Portland in the first round.
We play Portland,
yes.
And if we win versus Portland, then we play.
The loser of the Phoenix Clippers game.
I think we're gonna beat Portland.
I think you should beat Portland. It depends on if Curry plays.
Yeah,
if Curry doesn't play, you're done. You're good.
Yeah, if Curry plays, like Curry alone can beat Portland.
Yeah.
But then it's like, can we beat the Suns?
Or can the Suns are quietly an okay team?
I know the Clippers are going to beat the Suns.
They're hit and miss. I mean, they probably will.
I was like, bro.
But it doesn't matter to me either way. I don't care if the Spurs play the Suns or if we play the Clippers. Kawhi will get his points, but the rest of that team ain't touching Wemby, Castle, Harper. Like Kawhi can guard one person and that's it. He can only guard one guy.
Yeah. We're not beating none of them. You don't want that 8th seed.
No, you don't. You want to lose and win the lottery, man.
Yeah, that's true.
The Warriors, their best bet is to lose.
Get that lot. I heard we're looking at a bunch of guys from that UConn team.
Well, it depends on what pick you get, right? If you get the number 1 pick,
oh yeah.
Then the question becomes, I'm still not sold on Cameron Boozer. I don't know if his game fully.
We'd probably just knowing us, we'd probably trade it for like Giannis or some shit.
Would you hate that?
What? At this point, bro.
I'm
not gonna lie, bro. Giannis don't even stay healthy.
If you get the number 1 pick,
Giannis don't even stay healthy no more, bro.
But here's my question. If the Warriors got the number 1 pick, is the smart thing to do to trade Curry and try to get draft capital to a team that may want him, a contender that may have some draft assets?
Trade Curry?
To rebuild, to actually make a full start. Because is the number 1 pick in the draft going to be a guy that can come in and make them a competitor?
Gee, bro, he said half our roster is going to be siblings because Giannis, all his brothers are on Milwaukee. Curry has Seth.
No, man. So hear me out.
We're brothers.
Do you know how much you need? How much do you need to compete with OKC and San Antonio?
Well, we have one thing. We have one thing.
What?
We have Curry.
Okay, but what else do you need?
We need a roster.
A whole roster, not 1 pick.
We have 2 players.
You have a second player?
Draymond and Curry will always be.
No, man. Draymond's washed.
Nah, he's not washed, bro.
He's washed at being a meaningful impact to that team.
As long as he has Curry on the team, they'll both always impact each other in a positive way. I feel like
not in a championship positive way.
If then we'll have Jimmy.
I reboot, man.
Jimmy, we got Porzingis. Think about that team.
Might as well go get Embiid.
Pods.
Get Embiid.
I want Kawhi. Can we get Kawhi? Kawhi was on load management at that point. Can we get Kawhi? He fits that, right? We can't.
LeBron wants to come.
LeBron can come, bro.
You guys just have the old fogies, man.
I'm with it. Let's do it.
The only way that works.
KD, pull up. KD, pull up.
All right. So I say okay. I say OKC. I say Golden State just wants to tank and don't make it in. That's their best bet.
Yeah.
And if they get lucky,
if they get Peterson, man.
Mr. Load Management, you taking him?
Yeah, I'm taking him.
I don't know.
You know, besides Curry, is he better than what we got?
I think I'd take AJ.
Is he better than Pods?
I take AJ DePonce, 6'9", small forward.
That's not a bad pickup.
I'd take him.
But will Carr be able to develop that?
Nah, he'll see shades of Kuminga. Of course, Kuminga's so inconsistent. I don't even care anymore. So, anyway, we'll see the play in. I've got.
He said DP stands for don't play.
Man, he ain't lying. Who said that?
Donovan.
Don, you ain't lying, man. He, he ain't even load management, man. He's just like.
But I mean, every time he's on the court, he be doing crazy.
Oh no, he's an amazing talent, but you can't be 18 years old and broken down, man.
Yeah.
That does not bode well.
Yeah.
We just talked about the other day that when I was 25, I was hooping 5-6 days a week on concrete.
Yeah. Damn.
I was working all day, getting off at 5:30 out in the Texas sun, hooping at 5:30, 6 in the afternoon on an outdoor court. And I'd do it Monday through Thursday, then go Saturday and Sunday down at UT at Clark Field.
Damn.
6 days a week hooping all the time.
Damn.
For the fun of it. And you can't get paid in college to show up and play like 30 games?
I ain't gonna lie, you're not lying. Yeah,
30 games?
30 games.
You're 18, dude. You're in the prime of your life. 30 games.
Bro said load management.
Yeah.
Dude, don't play. Don't play is crazy, bro.
No, man. That's it. You need to trademark that.
DP Stanford.
Donovan, man, you got to trademark that for him. Darren Peterson's mantra. He's gonna have a shoe deal that says "Don't play."
Don't play.
Don't play. Get paid.
Don't play. Get paid.
Don't play. Get paid.
No, it's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Kirk Cousins gonna be his agent,
bro. All right.
Well, speaking of Kirk, now we're gonna just roll over. We're done with the NBA. We'll talk more next week. NFL, we're just going to do a little primer. I'm letting everybody know.
Yeah, we'll keep this one.
I am doing some old head stats. So next week on the podcast, be ready with your pen and paper because I'm breaking down some previous draft information on where players came from, draft status of Pro Bowlers and stuff like that. We're going to break down how important it is where you can find guys and where they end up in the draft eventually, where they end up in the pecking order eventually.
All right.
So,
let's do it. Let's do it.
We're going to break it down.
Let's do it. We're going to break it down?
We're going to break it down.
But hey.
Hard numbers.
But hey, I think we're pretty good for this one, man.
We're good?
We good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, next week we're going to be breaking down the draft. We're going to do some more research. We're going to be talking about the WNBA.
That's it. WNBA, NFL.
WNBA, expansion, and the draft. You know
we got it all.
So we're going to have it for y'all next podcast, man. I appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, J4real, dude. And I owe my word with, man.
OGG, baby.
XWhyZ. Let's go, man.
We're out.
We is